And we're live. How's it going, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing. Actually, we'll get into that in a bit here. I got a lot of complaining I need to do.
Fair enough.
But why don't we go ahead and start us off by introducing ourselves?
Right. I'm Mike. I am 22 years old. I'm like, do we do this like a dating thing? Like, I like long walks on the beach. I'm a Scorpio.
I like that, but I was thinking more like, just your name and something interesting that's relevant with your life right now.
Oh, dude. All right. Yeah, sure.
Tell us a little something about yourself, Mike.
I'm Mike. I was born in Japan.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's actually really fun.
It is
shit.
It is probably one of the best ways to introduce myself because everybody's impressed by that. They're like, "You were born in Japan?"
Yeah, that's actually really fun. I was just gonna say, "Hi, my name is Jordan, and I'm in love with Olivia Rodrigo." Shit. Well, I like yours. Let's talk about Japan, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. What do you want to know?
So, just to give a little backstory for the viewers back at home here. You were born in Japan, but like, what's the context of that? Like, were you born in like what city were you born in?
I was born in Okinawa.
Okay.
So I guess for context, my dad was in the Marines.
Yeah.
And so obviously, by that time he was already married to my mom, and they already had my sister, my older sister. I only have one sister, so I don't know why I clarified.
Well, they don't know that. That's another
that's
fun
right.
fact.
That's right. I have an older sister. So obviously, when you're married and you're in the military, normally you would get stationed in places, and one of them just happened to be Japan. By the time my mom was pregnant with me. And so my dad would just bring my family with. Like, you could have like two choices. You can have your family stay at home, or like have a place in the States or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you can just bring them along. And he brought them along. And so when my mom, or by the time they were stationed in Okinawa, that's where I was born, on a U.S. military base. So I was born a U.S. citizen.
Have you been back since?
No.
So that's why we got
not.
some plans here for next year?
That's actually like, obviously I want to visit like the big sites.
Yeah.
Or not the big sites, but like the big places, like the most notable places. But I definitely like, if we can fit it in, or like a personal trip, I do want to go there just to see like, hey, this is where I was born.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude, for sure.
I just want to experience it, because obviously when you're a baby, you don't remember that stuff,
right, dude?
So you want to see it for your, like, as an adult, and like,
you think the viewers can expect a couple little Japan vlogs?
I would be so down. I would be so down. I just document. I wanted to document it anyways, like just for like a personal, like a me thing. Like, I wanted to like remember it, and so I'd totally be down to like
a little bit of the white rice in Japan.
Hell yeah,
okay.
Dude. Hell yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, there's another thing that's a little confirmed for this channel, everybody. We're gonna be doing vlogs now. So
all right. Who'd you say you were in love with?
Okay, Olivia Rodrigo. Do you know who that is?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, so basically every song by her is just a banger, dude. Like,
fair.
Every song gets picked up by TikTok. TikTok is paving the way for music right now, man. If you can get a song on TikTok, you can make it. Like, you can just make it. It's
honestly
crazy.
That's true, and it doesn't even have to be like an original song. It could just be like your a cover.
Yeah,
like a cover of it,
dude.
and
for real.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So basically, like, because she released Driver's License, was just like, oh no, she was on like a Disney Channel show or something. She was on Disney Channel, and now she's like making music, but it's like a punk. It's like pop punk album kind of. Like, people are gonna rip me apart for even considering it that, but it really, dude, it's great. It's like Paramore, dude.
Yeah,
dude.
I've seen the arguments and comparisons and stuff.
Like, oh, Mike's gonna love this, dude.
Like, don't get me wrong, I could totally hear Paramore when I hear the song,
dude,
but I don't consider it as copying.
Dude, I know people are like, it's just copying Misery Business, and I'm like, it's like one part of the song, and it's really not even that like similar to me.
And my viewpoint on it is it's inspired.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
like, it's not a copying. I wouldn't even say sampling. It's definitely not sampling.
No,
in my
for
opinion.
sure. Yeah.
And so I would just say like it's inspired.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like, that's been happening just over the time. Like every artist is inspired by somebody. You know, like nobody is really original anymore. At least
It's a lot harder to be original.
And that's the thing. It's harder to be original.
And
there is originality out there for sure, but
True.
it's like it's a lot harder to not get inspired by somebody else.
And if anything, let's be real. Like, wouldn't you rather have music that sounds more like Paramore, or would you rather have something that sounds like crap?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's got to be a fucking like compliment. People are like, "This sounds like Paramore." She's probably be like, "Okay."
Yeah. I'd be so like, dude, that's a huge compliment,
dude, for real. And that's like the thing where people like compare other bands, like bands that I like. Like, okay, I like MGK's new stuff, but there's a lot of similarities. Like that remember Zach from A&W?
Yeah,
he pointed out a bunch of them to me. He sent them to me, and I'm like, oh my! And it's really close. But do I hate the album any less? No, I don't. It's just you know, everybody gets inspired, and that's where music comes from. It's inspiration, and putting your own like personal thoughts and feelings into it and stuff. That's what makes it good.
Right.
So
right. And it's like you know, a little segue into like our future plans, like for like gameplay videos and stuff for YouTube. Like obviously you got people playing the same games and making like similar jokes and stuff.
Exactly.
Like, but it's not always like one for one. Like I'm going to say this joke at this exact part. Or whatever. No, it's always like slightly different. And but yeah, that's just how it goes. Is when it's just part of the job. I feel like.
Parts like editing styles and like types of humor and stuff. Like I'm not even gonna lie and say that at some point down the road, there will be times where it seems like you and I have inspiration from old YouTube that we used to watch when we were little.
100%.
Like we're just two guys. I mean, there's so many other like comedy duos on YouTube. It's like obviously there's going to be similarities with us and them.
Yeah.
Because that's who we grew up watching, and it's just how it's going to be because that's just how it goes. It's not like we're trying to like be them. It's just that we're trying to maybe be as good as them, you know?
Right.
In a way,
we grew up like, oh, we want to be like them. Or,
yeah,
you know?
right.
And so obviously,
but being them and being like them is totally different, which is
exactly
another. We got to find the separation there.
Exactly. Yeah. I think another thing about like copying and stuff is I'm sorry, is my thing like cutting in and out?
No, it's the splitter. The splitter is really goofy.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I heard that.
I kept hearing it and I was like, but no, it's just the splitter, I think.
Okay, we could totally cut this out. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Wait, what just happened? I just woke up from a crazy dream.
So yeah, leading to our next segue. This is not only going to be like a podcast thing that we do or like episode thing. We also plan on doing like YouTube, and we have a wide variety of things that we want to do.
Yeah, we have a lot of plans.
Obviously, like one of those big ones is like gameplay videos. Personally, like, actually, that's something I want to ask you. Like, we can like throw some ideas out there. Like, what's some projects that you want to do on YouTube that seem interesting to you?
I think eventually, you know, we'll start with simpler things to kind of just, you know, get more comfortable and stuff, like not camera necessarily, like microphone and like audio, and then eventually I hope to do some IRL like skit things and sketches and vlogs when we do things, and you know, just kind of figure out like what we want to do. I mean, right now we got the podcast. That's just a given. That's just the easiest form to get like our voices out. Yeah. And like, you know, gain an audience.
Right. And like get them a better idea of like,
who we are.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then gameplay, you know, that's just another simple one we can do. We can play. I really want to play It Takes Two with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched anything. I don't know anything about it, but I was like, yeah, I want to play with you. So I think we can do that on the channel and stuff like that. So a lot of couch co-op games we'll probably do. Like older nostalgia games would be probably pretty fun.
Fair.
But yeah, just the basic things and just see what we can, you know, what we can do. And
I wanna also have like drunk gameplay stuff.
Oh yeah.
I really like the idea of both getting hammered,
Yeah.
and playing like horror games or something.
Okay,
like that.
yeah, dude, I'm definitely down for that.
Just imagine like two drunk idiots playing like a scary
Yeah.
game and like screaming
And
in terror. I
it's
think that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Or,
it's like it's the Wisconsin in us as well. It's,
Yeah.
it's like everything, like any basic task. Hey, we should get drunk for this.
you know, it would be a great idea.
It would be great if we start drinking with this. But I'm definitely down for that. Just like every once in a while, like a drunk cast or like drunk gameplay video or just drunks yeah.
Obviously that won't be
Little alcohol in the
everything.
mix, yeah.
That won't. We'll have our like sober stuff.
Yeah, we'll have designated drunk episodes. Where,
But I definitely think that would be a fun thing to do.
yeah, it would be. I agree. I'm down for that. And then, yeah, like reviews too. We could probably do
I'd like that.
movies and games and stuff. That'd be interesting. But yeah, man. So we'll just kind of ride the wave and just see where it takes us.
Yeah, that's something that I wanted to like specify, or not even specify, just
Right.
like get out there. Like I want to try just doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, but
Just to put your foot in the door type mentality of like
don't put all your eggs in one basket type of thing.
right. Try to scoop up people from all over YouTube. Like see what
Something for everyone.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm down for
exactly.
that. Yeah, man. So yeah, we'll just ride the wave, and we'll ride the wave into our next topic, which
Perfect.
I only thought of the segue. I didn't think of the topic. But well, how about I bitch for a second?
Yeah,
can I bitch for a second?
If you couldn't think of a segment or like a topic, I was just about to bring that up because you said you
Yeah,
talk about
I'm
it.
kind of fucking okay.
Hit me with it.
I really hate Eat Street. Okay.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know Eat Street, it's I don't know if it's like a Wisconsin thing. It's basically just like DoorDash or like Uber Eats. It's like a food delivery thing.
Is it only Wisconsin?
Yeah, it started in Madison.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but it's only I don't know if it's only Wisconsin, but I know it's not as big or like global. I do that as my second job. I hate it. I don't say, okay, I wouldn't say I hate it. I hate parts of it, and every part that I hate happened to me tonight, which made me so frustrated. Part one that I hate is that it's like my shift. This is going to sound like really, like, I'm going to sound like a whiny cunt right now because my shift was 2 hours and I worked, but it's like I scheduled it because we had plans to do this. So like I scheduled it till 8:30 and I planned this, like I scheduled this a long time ago and I should have called off for it, honestly. But anyways, it was 2 hours. So 6:30 to 8:30. No big deal. All right, well, it still gives us plenty of time to record a podcast and stuff. Like we had plans to come over and record things. So like usually I don't mind if they hold me after because I usually don't have plans.
Right.
But it's like when I do have plans, I get really annoyed.
You want to be out on the dime.
And it's like they didn't even ask if I could stay late. They just kept giving me more and more orders, and they just wouldn't stop. And I was like clenching my steering wheel. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Stop, please. I'm sick of this. So that's part one of annoyances that I have. Another annoyance that I despise is when people order beverages. That's just because it makes a mess in my car, and it's hard to hold. Like I have to carry it and like drive with one like it's just a bitch. And then I had 2 orders to pick up, and there was like a total of like 6 beverages. So like I had 4 drink carriers in my passenger seat. Like I'm holding on so they don't tip over and just make a huge mess. Those orders were like fucking like an hour late too because I was out in the country and I had to drive back. And the reason it was so late is part number 3 of what I hate the most, and it's waiting in drive-through lines. So I have to.
That's universal.
I have to wait in these lines for something that's not even mine, and like it's so annoying. So I drive up there, like I look at the order, I'm like, oh my fucking god, it's like 100 drinks that I'm gonna have to deal with. So I pull up and boom, it's 70. It's nice today. It's like 75 degrees, beautiful out, and summer day, Saturday, and there's a line wrapped around the building, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be fucking shitting me. And it's already at this point, I'm already like an hour late to what I told Mike we were gonna record. So I was. Oh my god! I was like, he's gonna be pissed, and I was like, this sucks. I'm pissed. He's gonna be pissed, and like, oh my god! And then I finally get up to the little box, and I'm like, Hey, dude, I literally just have 2 Eat Street pickups. Like this, I just want to leave this. I want to be done. He's like, you can just pull up to the thing. I'm like, thank you. I'm not mad at him at all. I'm not mad at the drive-through guy. I'm not mad at the people working in Dairy Queen. They didn't do anything. But it's like, dispatch, please. Look at what you're giving me, because like I have no room for all of this, and like you look at what time I'm supposed to be done here.
Wait, so you said Dairy Queen. Was it like drinks or ice cream?
Ice cream and drinks.
Oh my god!
See, ice cream is the worst because it melts.
Yeah, I was about
everywhere.
to say. You just like mentioned like it's summer, it's hot,
dude. That's
you got
what
like
I hate so
6
much.
orders of ice creams in one order. Yeah, I would hate that.
My passenger seat is disgusting.
Ugh.
It is full of just leaky shit that came out of cups. A lot of it's from Paul Rudd's paws, but like, oh shit, context. My dog's name is Paul Rudd.
not the actor.
Not American actor Paul Rudd. Or Canadian actor? I'm not actually sure what he is.
I actually don't know.
I think he's Canadian. I'm going to say he's Canadian.
He's loved by all, though.
But yeah, we love him, and I named my dog after him. So, you know, he's the one guy in Hollywood that we can trust. Segue. Ooh, there's a segue rolling up right now. Speaking of people in Hollywood we can trust, people in Hollywood are kind of scumbags, huh?
Scumbag. Yeah, it's
pretty bad, man. Like, it's like every day someone I love from like a movie I love, like an actor or something, turns out to be some kind of dirtbag, and it's like it's I don't know much more I could take of this, man.
It always makes me so confused.
Yeah,
because obviously I think at one point everyone in their life has dreamed of like being an actor or like being famous and going to Hollywood.
My
or
biggest
something.
dream.
Yeah, right. And you hear about these stories of like celebrities falling from their pedestal and like turning out to be scumbags, and you always tell yourself, I'm not going to be like them or whatever. Like I'm going to be.
But then you get the power,
actor.
And you're like that 14-year-old looking for
it always confuses me. Like, what is going on down there that turns them into
so bizarre.
monsters?
Is it like as soon as you get like a certain tax bracket, you just like you just feel like God, and now you're like, you want a job? You gotta suck my cock.
Do you think there's like a secret part of the contract that they sign is like, hey, we'll give you like an extra $1 million and a 14-year-old on the side, but you gotta keep it down low. Like, I don't.
And if it ever comes out, you're on your own.
Yeah,
you are on your own.
I don't get it, man.
If anybody ever, if you ever found out, bro, you did not get it from us. There's a point. There's also like, are they holding them at gunpoint? Like, you better sleep with this 14-year-old. It's weird.
And, like, join us.
I think it's the power, man. Like, once you get a certain amount of power, because YouTubers do it too.
Right.
And so, like, there's power with that as well. It's when you use that to manipulate people, and it's like, I'm not gonna say people. It's primarily women. You know, young women who adore you. They want you to think that there's something. You know, they're cool. So then they'll do whatever you want them to do.
Well. Yeah, I get that.
It's just so wild.
I just don't understand how people see, because obviously they're not the first case. Like the multiple cases have happened in the past.
Yeah.
And like, what makes them think that this time will be different? Like, I won't get caught for this.
Oh,
or
dude, I know that you think it would like die,
or just like the basic common sense of like, I am an adult.
I am
this is
most of the time married.
Yeah,
like,
I have kids. Like this, you get some.
I am in my 50s.
Like, I am in a loving relationship with like 2 kids and everything. But they still do it. They risk it all.
I think, dude,
it is the worst.
It's just
scumbags.
Like, it's crazy, man. And it's like, the reason I bring this up is, wait, what were we talking about? Okay, so in my head, this is the mental gymnastics that went through my head. We were talking about Paul Rudd, okay?
Okay.
Paul Rudd's Canadian.
Okay.
Canadian. Seth Rogen is also Canadian.
Right.
Seth Rogen wrote off James Franco recently, and
really?
James Franco was the one who came to my mind about being a scumbag in Hollywood.
Okay.
Which it's been around I think that that news has been around for a while.
Yeah. No,
but it's only recently come up again that he grooms women into like sleeping with him for roles and stuff. And so Seth Rogen recently said that he's never going to work with him again.
Okay.
So
do you think it's an American thing?
I wonder. No, for real though. I wonder, like in India, like they have Bollywood and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you think the same shit happens there?
Honestly, I want to say it does. But I just feel like America is just so.
Yeah.
Uh,
You do have to. I know. Yeah, they are. We are, and it's like
it definitely happens all around the world.
right.
I just feel like they're more secretive
Right.
or whatever. America's so fucking.
It might also not even break to our news.
Right.
You know what I
that's
mean?
true. That's true.
But like, so they might have their own whole thing going there with like the news and stuff like that. Like with like the way we go through it, like every week it seems like someone new is just a fucking psychopath. You know?
Yeah. Well, and so it's like, all right, we got all we don't just have American actors. We have like Canadian actors
Right.
or like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
and once like for example like Canadian. Oh, let's stick with Paul Rudd since he's been on our
Oh,
topic.
don't you rub dirt on my boy's name?
No, I'm not. Like once he hit like American
Fame.
yeah, he kind of like joined our circle of news and like paparazzi like stuff. Like we focus on him.
Right.
We don't focus on an actor from like Japan or something that we'd never heard of because obviously they haven't entered our circle.
Yeah.
It's like, so once an actor like becomes famous enough or like big enough where they enter the American circle of like like fame, then we keep an eye on them or like we lock eyes.
Yeah, that's where all eyes on them.
Exactly. And so I think that's why like
we don't hear about it in other places except
exactly.
For here. Yeah.
That's
true.
We just kind of focus in our own circle of
and our own
fame.
scumbags and
our own scumbags.
God, it's just so crazy. Like YouTubers too, man. But I think the weird thing is like people are so and like I'm not saying like I'm necessarily against cancel culture because I do think it does good, but sometimes people are really quick to jump on it, and then it's too early for that with no evidence and that people are falsely canceled.
Yeah, I'm on the opinion of like there needs to be some sort of evidence.
And that's the problem. That's where we walk that thin line though, because then it becomes a point of like victim blaming and like not believe, and then people who are actually victims are afraid to speak out, and then it just
well, like one of the biggest problems with going to like the internet to like air out all your garbage is they always tell you like to play it smart is to like go straight to the police first and like make a case first, and because once you throw it in the internet, then you get like not only will you get your supporters, but then you'll also have people like just throwing shit out there like oh yeah, he raped me too or something like that, and then like it waters down the actual case or like the actual victims with like fake victims just hopping in for like whatever reason.
I really just want it to get to a point where victims of rape aren't ashamed or afraid to go to the police and they don't. And I know it's tough because I know in the moment, like after it happens, they don't see it. They don't always see it as that. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like blinded by whatever the circumstance. And so they don't make a case for it right away. And that's where everybody just jumps on them and says, well, fucking make a TikTok instead of going to the police. And it's like they don't always do that because they don't process it yet. And it's tough. It's just such a fine line that we just gotta, I don't know, man. Because like I'm all for canceling the shitty people,
right? And
it's like there was the point with Dan Avidan where he was falsely accused of something, and at the point I was heartbroken. I was like, no, I love Dan, and then I was waiting for them to make a statement, and they never did. And then like literally like, in 2 hours, it was already debunked, and I was like, dude, people are like losing careers over this kind of thing,
right? Adam Kovic.
Dude.
He's like another case where it's like
I hate that he got brought into the same thing as Ryan.
It's just because like those two like cases
that sucks
or like
so
happened
bad
at the same time, whereas he just got bandwagoned with
he got like grouped into Ryan's heinous crime.
Yeah, exactly.
When all Adam did was, what did he do? Just cheat on his wife or something?
No, to my knowledge, I could be talking out my ass, but I want to say that it was like a consensual thing.
Oh, with his wife?
Yeah. But he just like was doing stuff at the workplace. Right?
Okay, that sounds right. And then what's Ryan's last name? Ryan
Haywood.
Yeah, he was with like underage girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was straight up. He was
like a pedophile.
Multiple cases of underage people.
Yeah,
and like apparently like he was rough with them too.
And that's the thing, man. Like that sucks for Adam, bro. Like
right,
because his life is just
no like and like. Again, I get why Rooster Teeth just like dropped them both, obviously and stuff, but
I don't know. I feel like there was probably a workaround where they didn't have to. They would have got flack for keeping Adam. They had to
exactly.
Cut them both.
Well, that's the thing.
They had to cut them both.
Realistically, I feel like I hate to say it, but I feel like they made the safest choice.
Yeah.
But it just ended up costing his career, like literally his career. I don't even know what he's doing nowadays. I'm pretty sure he is
off social media.
Exactly. Yeah. He's just gone.
That's such a shame though.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible. It sucks. It sucks because obviously like you want to side with the victim.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
That's like you want justice to be pulled out. But then you just get cases like that where it's like an innocent person just got their life ruined.
Yeah,
we kind of pulled the trigger type mentality.
Man, but it's just like sometimes, and I'm not even. This is a sketchy sentence, but some cases are worse than others. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like some things can be reverted, and obviously in the case of like someone such as Bill Cosby, you know, that's fucked. He's fucked. That's it. That's game. The fucking however many victims spoke up, and he's locked away for good, and he deserves to be. You know what I mean? But then there's Louis C.K., who his situation was wrong, but not quite wrong enough. I don't know. He came back. He's back now. So he's back doing stand-up and stuff. But, like, I don't know. Louis C.K. is, like, one of my favorite comedians. So that was soul-crushing when, like, that happened.
I gotta give them credit for, like, getting back on the horse type.
Yeah, showing his face again kind of
thing. I don't
thing.
think I could.
He had a lot of support, though. Like, Sarah Silverman was, like, one of his best friends.
Yeah.
And she's really respected, like, as a comedian and as a person. I fucking love her. And when she says like he's not a bad guy, this is just he's done this like so many times, he stepped away for a while, presumably got help, we don't know, but you know, presumably took a step back to reflect, and he was gone for about 2 years I think when he finally decided to come back, and now we'll see what happens to him. This is like the biggest example of someone who's gotten canceled and came back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess we'll have to. He'll be the test. We'll see what becomes of him. I guess, but that's just crazy, man. But
we make our promise here that we will not do any of that stupid shit.
We will never do that
because we're smart.
And
we're not fucking dumb.
Oh man, dude, just thinking about Hollywood pedophiles makes me want to just fight them like in a boxing match. Speaking of boxing matches, dude, there's a lot of YouTube boxing matches going on now.
I know.
Isn't it weird?
It's a weird time nowadays with how YouTube is doing their promotions.
How YouTubers are in the media in other ways than YouTube. It's so different, man.
I'm not against it though.
I'm not either. No. Although it does annoy me, like the Pauls specifically, because just Jesus, it just feels rigged. You know what I mean? It all feels so rigged. I will give both of them credit that they are way better boxers than I expected them to be, and they actually amaze me by like their talent. But I just feel like it's rigged to the point where it's like there's no way, no matter how much training Logan that he's done in like a year or two, a couple years, that he should have been able to keep up with Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
I don't know, man. I just don't buy it. There had to have been some sort of deal to make it a tie or whatever, like no knockout or whatever, for Floyd to go easy on him. I get Floyd's been retired for like 4 years, But even like before that, he was like the greatest. Like he had 0 losses.
Right.
He was like 50-0, and it's like there's just no way that this, I don't know, man, this 20-year-old can step up and just go face to face with him and walk out of it fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't buy it.
I'm iffy too, because it's at one point he like Floyd is older.
Yeah.
And
that's true too.
And they're young. Obviously, they're in great shape.
They are.
They're obviously putting in work.
Right.
So,
and that's the thing too. Yeah, they're not. But it's like, yeah, they're training extensively.
Right.
So like, yeah, they have the time. They have the money for like personal trainers. So it's not necessarily so far fetched. It's just far fetched enough for me to be like, I don't buy it. There had to have been some kind of money.
Well, but at the end of the day, though, they've only had like a few years.
Yeah.
That's the thing that like really gets me, because you know the classic saying of like an experienced person is worth like so much more.
Yeah.
And so who knows? Maybe they're just that incredible where it's like they can keep up with someone who's that experienced. But.
Yeah. And it's like, I hate to say it. Oh, actually, I will say this. I have respect for Logan. I do not have respect for Jake.
Really?
Jake is very annoying. He's very cocky. He's young. I don't know how he's like 21. I think he's younger than us. And it's like, he's really cocky. He's really young. And I mean, who wouldn't be? If you're a millionaire that young, you're gonna be that way. Logan was a dick. Logan was just the same way as Jake was, but now Logan's a little older. He's a little bit more mature. I say that very loosely because he's still very annoying.
They've always kind of been like that, though,
Yeah,
even before
true.
all the boxing stuff.
Oh yeah, that definitely. And now it's even more so. But it's like going on Jake Paul's Twitter is literally like, I do that on purpose to get pissed off, I think. Like, at least Logan is bearable. Jake Paul is unbearably just so annoying and just the worst person, I swear to God. I wouldn't say the worst person, but, you know, he's just very, very, they're very Paul brothers still, and it's...
Yeah.
Maybe one day they'll grow up, but...
Man, my opinions on them are just so, like... I obviously, I'm not the biggest fans of them either and stuff. And at one point, I respect that they've, like, they have earned their fame and fortune.
And that's actually true, yeah.
They did work for where they are right now, but it just pisses me off because, like, their personality types and stuff is just like, I don't know if we should be rewarding that.
You shouldn't be famous for this. And it's like, at this point now, they're just rich for being rich. Like,
yeah,
they're rich and famous for being rich and famous. And it's like, where did this begin? How does this happen? How do these little douchebags get millions of dollars?
And another thing that stems off of that is, I'm not trying to like sound, I really hope I'm not sounding like a fucking old man who's pissed off at the world for not being successful by 21 or whatever.
Oh, dude.
But like, obviously they're not setting a good example for like people who watch them. Obviously,
true. And
now
it's children, primarily.
They're promoting like kids to be like that, or to be little assholes.
And oh my God.
And now it's just gonna get worse. And obviously, you can look back at our like the years below us.
Yeah,
they're awful.
They're worst.
Bad, dude. I was talking, I won't name names, but he's in high school right now, and he was just talking about how he got drunk, drove, and then went to Menominee Park, got a hand job. Then she like just everything at the age like in high school or like freshman year, and it's just. And then they're telling, and then he like told me that, oh, if you guys think that's bad or whatever, you got kids in middle school like doing like hardcore drugs, not just weed, but like hardcore shit.
Yeah,
and it's just that's scary, man.
See, Mike, I think the problem is because, okay, I think if we did that stuff, we'd be like, yeah, but we played Minecraft, Mike.
I don't know.
We had LAN parties, Mike.
I don't think, dude. Drugs in middle school.
We're jealous, Mike. We're both jealous. We didn't get the childhood we wanted,
Jordan,
Mike.
Are we lame?
We are. I know I for sure am.
Am I going through a quarter life crisis right now? I'm just like, oh my god, I'm a fucking loser.
See, the thing is, man, I'm totally with you though, because like I like really sheltered parents for the most part, like half the time. Like when I was with my mom, dude, whatever, I could do whatever I want. When I was with my dad, it was a whole different story.
Yeah.
So like half of my childhood, I could not do things. So like I missed out on a lot of opportunities to do drugs, to have sex, like in middle school, dude. Okay, I'd be a completely different person if I were to lose my virginity before I was 16. You know what I mean?
I hate to admit it, but I know exactly what you mean.
I think we'd be perfectly fine with it if it were us as well. Cause like
shit, now I am starting to feel like I'm a fucking
dude.
Like I'm just
sucks.
Salty. I'm just mad.
We're just like,
I'm just
fuck
mad.
you kids. Fuck you kids for being cool.
Like you
cool.
would be so
fuck you,
cool.
stupid 12-year-olds.
Oh god.
But no, man, I get it because it's like it's very frustrating. I think we talked about this on the last podcast, and by last podcast I mean the previous project we worked on, which we'll end the episode talking about that. But I brought up the fact that every time I watch American Pie, I get upset. I get very sad because I watch how their high school experience was compared to how mine was. And I get jealous because I'm like, that should have been all of us.
Right. No, I hate to, I don't hate to admit it. It's a little embarrassing, but I'll admit it. Like, I wanted my life to be like that too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh dude.
Like parties and stuff.
Yeah. It's like time's almost running out, you know,
yeah.
You gotta.
And like, I remember because the first one they were in high school and they were like having parties and they were like, we're going to lose our virginity by prom night. And it was just a great, and looking back, that's one of my favorite movies. Literally, dude, that's a timepiece now of like the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And like being a teenager in the 90s, man, I would have killed for that. Dude, to be 18 years old in 1999, dude, that's like the perfect time. That's like I mean, like internet is just beginning because
right.
I feel like the internet really ruined childhood. You know what I mean?
It definitely.
Because like, they
We're sounding like old people again.
I know. Let's put for the record, we're both only 22. We are both 22 years old. We are not old, but we're old. We're old spirit.
We're old souls.
We're old souls.
Do you like you go on TikTok? Obviously,
I do. Yeah.
Do you ever see those like those snippets of like high school in the 80s or some shit?
Yes, dude.
And it's
or
always like that
senior year in 2004 or whatever.
Right, and then like
oh.
everyone's happy, everyone's talking to each other. Nobody has like phones because obviously
and the style, dude.
I know
and like the camera quality, just everything about it is beautiful.
You just want that life.
Dude, I always say this. Literally, okay, we were born in 98.
Yeah.
If I were born in like 94, so like 4 years earlier, I think even then I'd be a completely different person.
I am jealous of my sister. She was born in 93.
Okay.
And so I was
so she got to live through the raw times. Like,
yeah.
Like 2007.
Yeah. And just like it's crazy how like that 5-year difference
yeah, dude,
was huge.
I know. I literally say if I were born then, I definitely would have been the guy to like straighten my hair and like wore like eyeliner and stuff. That I would have seen a picture of Pete Wentz and I would have been like, I want to be him. And that's who my identity would have been based off of. And I already know that. And so like, but we just missed it. And now what did we grow up with? We grew up with like the Abercrombie and stuff like that.
The Hollister
and yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think. So you just envisioned what you would be if you lived in that year. I'm trying to think what I would be.
Oh yeah, dude. Think of like the stereo. Okay, I'm gonna look up. I don't want your feelings to get hurt.
No. Are you gonna like search up like a computer nerd? So all right. Well, okay. So this is what's gonna be then. It's gonna be me in Wrangler jeans. Like a off-white t-shirt. Like it's not flannel, but like a plaid button-up shirt. normal like crew cut hair and rectangle glasses.
Definitely. Yep. That's exactly why
I'm Asian, by the way. So like just add that little Asian factor by
That's exactly how I imagined.
old computer.
Yeah, dude. Get the little tape on your glasses.
Oh no, I'm not uber nerd.
No, but I'd be like the little edgy kid. I'd be like,
I'm not looking to get swirlies.
dude. Swirlies. Yeah, you get swirlies, and I'm in the stall next to you smoking.
Well, that's how we meet.
Yeah, that's
I'm
our
taped
origin
up.
story.
I'm taped up to the toilet, and you're like,
I'm like flipping my hair. What are you doing up there, man?
I'm stuck, man.
Dude, we're all stuck, bro. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Why aren't you in class, man?
Why aren't you in
or
class?
Like, don't you like have class to get to or something? And then you'd be like, don't you have class to get to?
Exactly.
And I'll be like,
I'm like, I'm not here because I want to,
and I'll be
man.
like, no, I don't go to class.
I got computer design. And
yeah, I actually got to go hang out under the bleachers in the football field and smoke with the boys. But like, I got some beers you want to come with, and you're like, and then you become a rebel.
Are we making a timepiece high school movie right now?
Yeah, dude, we're making this. Unexpected friendship between and then you start. And then there's like a montage of you trying to become like me, and like you're like putting makeup on, and like it's like playing It's playing Taking Back Sunday, and you're like, you're in the mirror straightening your hair, you burn your head, ow, ow.
Well, and then there has to be like the falling out part,
Yeah.
where so like you're getting bullied, right, or something, and
Yeah.
like I'm like, leave my friend alone, and I shove him to the ground, and then the football coach sees me, he's like, that was a good tackle, and like, we could use you on the football team,
yeah.
and then I start becoming a jock,
I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man?
and I'm starting to lose myself, because
This
I'm
isn't who you are,
I'm
man.
one of the cool kids now. I'm like, I don't need you. I got cheerleaders
Like,
now.
Man, you changed, man. This isn't you. It's like, it's who I am. It's not who you want me to be. And we gotta think of, what would the title of the movie be?
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of something that's like
Really, really like corny.
Yeah, it has to deal with something like being nerdy or like goth.
Yeah,
or
I was
like
thinking that
emo.
too. Like, shit, I don't know, man. I can't think of anything, but that's really.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to
that.
it.
That's really fun. That's our fucking.
That's our dream. Our dream life.
Yeah, our dream origin stories.
Just to think that could have been us if we were born 5 years earlier.
It would have been, dude. Literally. Oh my god, being in high school after that, that'd be nuts. But instead, we were just like, dude, it's weird because like, there wasn't like stereotypical cliques or anything like in our school. You know what I mean? Like everybody was
Yeah.
just kind of cool with everyone.
You're right.
Like obviously we had like the jocks, like the football guys, but like
there were still groups. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like well defined,
and it wasn't really like even segregated or anything. Like people weren't gonna be
No.
like, "Fuck you, I'm not talking to you, nerd. I'm not talking to you, stupid hick." It was
Honestly,
like,
the only group that was still somewhat like segregated was just like the weird kids.
yeah, and that's because we all chose to segregate.
We willingly decided
we
to
willingly
separate
avoided them like they had COVID, and this was before COVID. But those are the kids who like brought action figures to school and stuff. Like they brought it upon themselves. You're in high school. You need to stop that.
Dude, you know what's a theory of mine, or
What's
like something that played into that, or why we started like separating ourselves from like the weird kids, like we wouldn't even like go by them.
Okay.
I want to say it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Cheese Touch.
Oh, 100%.
I want because it was like that, where it's like if you were
Yeah.
weird, we want nothing to do.
We
with
don't
you.
want
like,
that mucusy ass fingers
Exactly.
touching us. We're not high fiving you, bro.
I want to say that played a part of like, yeah, that's what we need to do.
It's like, that dude just blew his nose into his shirt collar. I'm not hanging out with
Fuck that, dude.
him. Yeah, dude. But oh my gosh. But I mean, I never. I'm gonna put the record. We never bullied anybody.
No.
We were never bullies. So people are gonna be like, man, these guys are fucking dicks. It's
These
like,
guys.
we are not. Dude, we're emo and nerds.
Yeah.
Emo nerds.
I am.
Oh, and that's another scene from. It's like you introduced me to your friends, and like you're playing
Oh,
D&D.
yeah,
And I walk
yeah.
in, and I'm like,
I'm
what's
like,
going
guys,
on?"
this is Jordan.
Yeah, like, what is all this? Like, oh, take a seat, man. Take a
We've
seat.
been looking for a rogue.
Yeah. Okay, first we gotta roll your dice and see what kind of character you are, and then I'm like, I just get really into it, and then like,
right, and then there's gonna be like a scene near the end of the movie where it's like all our guys are down except you, and like you get the killing blow on the dragon or something like that.
Yeah, and then like at the end of the movie, it's like when we make up, it's like, come on, man, the dungeon needs you.
It's so fucking lame.
Yeah, you're in the locker room. You're just like, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, I'm not going out there. Why not, dude? Like, this is what you wanted, I thought. And I'm just trying to convince you, like, it's not what I wanted, man. It's not what I wanted. Oh my god, dude. This is so good.
I think that's something. Who knows? Maybe if we pick off in the future, if we ever get to make our own motion picture, we save this. We'll hold on to this idea.
Yeah, I like it. It's beautiful. I really had a title on standby, but I could not. I was gonna do dungeons and something, but I couldn't think of anything emo for the D, and I was just, damn it. It's just okay. Damn it. It's fine. It's fast. It's fast. It's fast. We blew it. We blew this bit. The bit's gone.
We gotta move on.
We gotta move on. Damn it. Whoever buys that from us, whether it be like David Fincher or like Tarantino. Hopefully not Tarantino. Michael
Could you
Bay.
just imagine?
Just Tarantino. Oh fuck no, that would not be a good movie. A coming of age movie starring a emo kid.
No way.
Oh my god, he slits his wrist and there's just blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's just spilling all over the bathroom. Just For some reason, we got to get like a gratuitous shot of a cheerleader with like in her bare feet, and just
she's takes her shoes off
for no reason
on top
at
of the
all.
pyramid. It pans up the pyramid from the back, and it's just all their feet. You're on the football field.
Yeah. I'm just staring like, oh my god.
Yeah, you tackle someone, and he rips in half. Just sprays blood everywhere. And the coach always says the N-word.
Yeah.
Directed by Tarantino. But
all right. Well, if you're hearing this,
Tarantino, Quentin. Can I call you Quentin?
yeah. Can we call you a nickname?
Can we call you Quent?
Hey, Q.
Hey, Q. You're a businessman. We're businessmen.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk.
Let's
talk.
At least name the characters after us.
Yeah, you could change anything else, but just name the characters after us. It's our origin stories. You want to talk about the bad history, or do you want to not talk about it? Just to kind of fill in the people who listen to the old cast.
Sure. Why not? So for
We don't have to get too into detail.
Yeah,
Because we don't want to start any kind of problem. But basically, just we broke off.
Yeah, for people who know us like personally or like
Talking to you, Christian. I wanted to shout Christian out.
So yeah, if you listened to us before, you know that we tried doing this in the past, but long story short, it just didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Some creative differences.
Yep.
And so we just called it then, because obviously if we knew it wasn't going to work out, why drag it on?
Yeah.
And just like it just wasn't making anyone happy at that point, so we stopped. We took like a year break.
Yeah.
Not half a year.
Yeah, half a year. Because
it was like around January.
January, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we took like a half a year break.
Just to kind of, recoup. And then Mike and I were just like, we can do this. And two of us is easier than anything else because you and I basically see eye to eye and everything. So
Right.
thought this would be the easiest way to continue. And now we're just creating this, and it's going to be everything we've ever dreamed of. So.
White Rice.
White Rice. It was our old rock band name.
Oh, that's something we can do on the channel.
I was going to ask you that. Can we do that?
100%. I'd 100% be down for that.
Oh, shit.
I think that would be fun.
I was driving East Street and I was thinking about Rock Band and how many new DLC songs have come out since, and I'm like, oh,
There's some really good
there's
ones
so many
out
good
there
ones.
too.
And I'm like, I gotta get the bank account ready, bro. 'Cause we got a lot of catching up to do.
I'll open up the tab again.
Yeah, dude, we literally spent like $600 worth of music on that.
Like each.
Each.
It was bad. It was really bad.
It got real unhealthy, especially because we always did it when we were intoxicated.
Yeah.
So money was no option.
Just that is actually that was a problem.
Yeah.
Because just imagine you got 3 people who were like intoxicated, going through songs. Each song is like $2.
Yeah.
And you don't think,
and that's nothing.
$2, that's nothing. So you're like, fuck yeah. $2.
Yeah.
Another $2. Another. I literally had to have my phone pulled out and like keep a tab on like on everyone. Like, all right, that's another $2 on Jordan. That's another $2 on me. You know, just keeping track of that.
It was bad.
Because it's on my like obviously it's all on one account that just happens to be under my account. And so every single time we bought a song, it was just would go off of my bank account. And so at the end of the night, you look at my like my transaction history, and it's just a list of like the biggest list of just $2 transactions. I swear to God, my bank probably thought I was like a fucking.
I wonder if like it's oh my God, it's lucky that they never like turned your card off or anything like that.
I was actually very surprised that they never did.
For sure, because those are little transactions and a lot of them.
Exactly, like I understand. Because they will shut down your card if like a large amount of money like disappears at once or whatever. But the fact that it was just coming in like every 3 minutes,
minutes are just and it's all George songs.
I'm amazed.
And like, dude, we still have all those songs, man.
I know.
I think there's a few songs we haven't even played yet.
I know.
But dude, we can do that on the channel. That'd be a drunk thing.
We can do that. Yeah,
that would be one of the drunk series because we
always
played that drunk.
It's so fun. It is so fun.
Yeah, that's I miss that a lot actually.
The only problem is though, I think I've told you this, but one of my buttons on the guitar is a little bit sticky. Or
that's
like
okay. we only need one now. We have one here. We left that one here. Remember?
Oh, all right. Never mind.
It's our duo. We'll play that one. What's that song called? Where it's just the guitar and the vocals.
Oh, More Than Words.
More Than Words.
That's a beautiful song.
Oh my God, that'll be our outro song. But yeah, man, a lot of plans at this channel. It's really exciting actually, because it's like finally happening after like decades of talking about it.
Yeah. I'm very pumped about this, and obviously. If you're not into like gameplay stuff and like just listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
like,
we'll be talking about just current stuff that's going on and just our lives and whatnot. So
and if you are interested in that other stuff, like feel free to check it out, and like if you like it, feel free to stay. Obviously any support that we can have would be great.
Yeah, dude, we wanna just entertain people and
let us entertain you.
Let us entertain you blue collar folks out there.
Yeah, you hardworking individuals. You've deserved a nice 10 to 15 minute break to sit down, relax, and laugh at a couple idiots.
Yeah, but the podcast, they'll go up weekly. Well, let's actually just announce a date. What day do you think these should go out?
What day?
Yeah, like what day of the week should these go out?
Last time we did Thursdays.
We did Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays. Oh yeah, because we were doing the 2-week special.
Yeah.
Do you want to like do Thursdays again?
We could do Thursdays.
Thursdays for sure.
Thursdays on it'll be Thursdays on like audio platforms, and then Fridays on YouTube, because I always put the next day on YouTube, and then then just sporadic other uploads once we figure out what we got going.
We still got to work out the schedule, and obviously we need to start getting some recordings out there.
Yeah, so
don't expect like a daily upload right away.
Yeah, not right away.
Our shit together
not
first.
until we get a couple things situated, and schedule wise is a little complicated because I work retail, so I work weekends and Mike has weekends off, so it's weird. It'll be a little weird thing. I get random days off like during the week, where if you get off of work or whatever, you just want to come over when you're done, and we can just crank out a few things, and we'll play games and review movies and watch movies and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys will stick around for it.
Yeah, I hope you guys I hope you guys want to have sex with me one day when you're of age. When I make it in this world.
Well, anyone we talk to outside of this duo will need to be ID checked.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a picture of your ID once I make it big.
I need a picture of your birth certificate.
Yes, please. I want actually you send me a copy of it.
Your real name.
I don't need yeah, I don't want no fucking.
Only then will we consider.
Yeah, once we become the sex symbols that we deserve to be, then we know we've made it. But yeah, so we can get back into like short films and stuff too. The other night I went because I have them all on my computer, and I watched the 2 that I've made in the past in high school, and I was like, damn, that was a lot of fun, and they were really bad.
Wait, you still have those?
I do.
I thought you lost those.
No, I have the one that I made for Myths and Legends, and then I have the one that we made for pre-college English, which if you want we can watch after we're done recording this.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let you know it's rough.
It's bad.
It's not horrible. There are moments where it is really bad.
We got to do a react video of that.
We can
in the future. Yeah, a drunk react.
Definitely, that is because this has not been released to the public.
No,
this was strictly for a high school project.
Only what, like 27 people in existence have seen this video.
Yeah, and we watched it with them, and that's the most shameful.
Oh my god!
Turn.
We all had our heads buried in our arms.
It is the most shameful thing in the world watching a video that you made for class with the class.
Not a single person was entertained. It was.
We don't know that.
I was not entertained.
I think because you know what they say, you're your worst critic.
It was
so
bad.
I think people respected the effort, if anything else. You know what I mean? Because we went through a lot for that. We were out in the woods until like 3 a.m. recording.
True.
And like we went through a lot of bullshit with like people quitting.
Yeah.
And so like
it was like for the time, like it was
not
like
horrible.
It was a full-on production attempt at least.
Yeah, man. Like if we took like like there wasn't really passion is the problem. We had a rubric to go off of. If we have passion now, I think it would show more in our acting, because that was a big gripe I had. I was like,
yeah, we had to fill out certain.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that was a satire project. What the fuck? It was not satiric. I mean, it was.
Do you remember our original idea though, where like
it was like an epic movie version of?
Yeah,
it was like our own little like.
It was supposed to have like
Aaron Seltzer movie and.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to have like Zombieland like bullet points of like the satire of a horror movie or. Oh gosh.
Oh my god, yeah, it was brutal. Because when we picked satire, what immediately went to my head was like epic movie or disaster movie, those shitty goddamn movies. And so that was the first idea. It was like a bunch of different current movies jammed into one. And
we were at the Power Rangers sketch.
Yeah. And then you were like, let's just stick to one genre and like we can do horror. And then the satire will come in like the stereotypes of the characters.
Right.
Where Ryan carried.
I know. Well, and the craziest thing about it is I think Ryan cared about it the less.
He did.
The least out of all of us. But that's what made it so good, because he's just like.
His delivery was amazing.
It was amazing.
The line towards the end when he goes, "We've only been dating for 3 weeks." Dude, I was crying, dude. It was so stupid and it was so funny. And then Ava's acting at the end was just like, it kind of made me uncomfortable how good it was.
Yeah.
Her screams were just too real, man.
I think that's, at least for me personally, because I'm in the movie.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to be too serious.
Oh.
And because obviously.
Mike, you were like the main character.
I know.
You were in it the most.
I don't think it was supposed to be like that too.
No, Spence was supposed to be the main character.
Yeah.
He was like the final guy.
Yeah, and like I just remember like I was supposed to die first because
the
person of color.
Yeah.
But I don't remember why the script changed, but it just kind of happened where
We didn't even have a script, man. We just went out there and we just started filming things. And
yeah,
then,
or I just like the order of like how people died.
I don't know how
shifted.
Noah ended up dying first. I don't know how the events. I think we just went with it.
I think I want to say kind of like stress.
Yeah, we had to piece it all together because like we filmed deaths first and stuff. And
yeah, we like kind of like filmed everything all at once too.
Yeah.
Like we did it like all in like 1 day or 2 days.
yeah, we filmed all the deaths the first night for some reason.
Yeah, and so I think it was a pain in the ass to get everyone together in the first place, and people were threatening on leaving and shit.
Yeah, and one did.
One did.
We're supposed to be like our star.
Yeah, we had to get
So we had to like retcon her out and like try to figure out a story of, well, where'd she go? Because we had her death filmed. So she was just gone the whole time. Where'd she go, man? Where'd she go? And then all of a sudden we pieced in the footage of Spence finding her at the end before they both die. So like,
oh yeah, I'm thinking about this, and I just I'm seeing the movie in my head and how much I don't want to watch it just because I'm gonna dread it.
And the worst part, it wasn't even her that quit. It was an accomplice that quit for her. Her agent.
Yeah.
Her fucking agent took her out of the movie.
We should have made her sign a contract, God damn it.
Her fucking agent pulled her from the...
You know why she walked out? We didn't promise her any 14-year-olds.
Yeah, it was in the thing. She's like, how am I supposed to... No, what are you talking... No, this is not right. We agreed that if I'm taking this job, I get 14 virgins.
All minors.
All minors. This is the Hollywood rule. If you get into Hollywood, you have to groom children.
I'm working with a bunch of amateurs.
Well, you guys never fucked a kid before? Like, what is going on here? You know, like, your first day in Hollywood?
You know, it makes clear now that we're older and we understand how Hollywood works.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Her agent was in the right.
Makes sense.
She had a fucking great agent.
You know what? Good on her. Good on her.
Dude, she's doing really well now.
Is she?
You like follow her on social media at all?
I don't think so. No, actually.
She like moved. She's in California. She's going to school in California now.
Oh shit.
For like playwriting and stuff.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, dude, she's killing it. I'm proud of.
Despite
we knew she was going to. We knew she was going to do fine.
Right. Like despite the bullshit that happened that night, like she was a very good actress.
And she wasn't even in our class. She just. We just asked her if she could, and she said, "Yeah."
Yeah,
so, like she was super cool. Like Noah wasn't in our class either.
Do you remember?
Like so many people weren't even in the class. They all helped us out.
Yeah, no, we pulled in a lot of favors for that project.
Yeah, and people were just so down. But what were you saying?
I was just gonna like going back to like the agent and like them walking away. I literally had to run after them.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah, they were about to walk off on set.
They were already halfway like to their car. Like they were on the road walking back to their car.
What was the real reason that they quit? That we didn't have anything planned. And we kept goofing around.
I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, they were like halfway to their car from where we were recording, and like I literally I played like I played as an actor, but I was also like the director.
Yeah. No, I literally put in the credits directed by Michael Hornburg.
Yeah, and I just like I literally had to like get off my director's seat and chase after them.
Like, I'll be in my fucking trailer.
Yeah, I'm like, we need you.
No, please, honey, baby, you're gonna be a star.
What can I do for you? Like, I actually do remember like, what do I have to do to like have you stay? Like, I was begging.
We only needed a couple more shots with him.
I know.
And like, showbiz, fucking divas.
It was at that moment where I realized I had never wanted to be a director anymore.
she needed a bigger salary, or she was walking. Said, I need more. I need more for this. This is not worth my fucking time.
You know, now that I think, or like after we talked about it for a while, I would totally be down to do a react video of this.
Yeah.
In the future, once we get it on,
The
as a little
director's cut.
incentive.
It's the director's commentary.
Yeah.
See in this shot.
It's a little behind the
If
scenes
you notice
action.
here, Jordan's outfit is different.
My shorts changed colors because the other one had blood on it.
Yeah, that's the same here. I had different outfit because we filmed the death scene first, and I was covered in blood, and it wouldn't come out.
So dumb.
Why did we do that? But I'm glad we did because it saved us a lot of issues. Because we had issues, but this saved most of them. Of our lead actress, our final girl leaving. But yeah, I think if we were to remake that, I think that'd be a lot of fun, or something sort of like it, like reimagined.
I actually would be okay with that, or like I'd be down for that.
I would just worry that we don't have the numbers anymore of people wise are down for that.
That's true.
I feel like a few of them were only down for the grade,
Yeah, for the project.
because they had to do it. But to do it in our own free time is going to be tough as of right now. Not saying it won't be tough down the line, but right now with our schedules, but we do have access to more equipment and things like that. So like production wise, it would be a lot better now. And so obviously because we were only in high school, but if we were to remake that or something of the sort, simpler, like simplified, and with other projects as well, other short films and stuff.
It's weird. It's like we probably should work in a smaller scale, but at the same time we can do so much more.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Like even if like we get one more person, we can easily make a 3-person short film.
Right. Yeah.
And like
let's Blair Witch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally 3 people.
Literally. Or yeah, like even if we wanted like, just get one more person, just be our cameraman, and then just you and I are the stars. Just think of some dumb little, sweet little heartfelt short film, It doesn't always have to be comedy. We can always make dramas too, and
we can be some serious boys.
we can be serious boys, and so a lot to come with this channel. This is a kind of like an introductory episode. We have been going for an hour now, if you want to, hour and 6 minutes, if we want to call it here.
Sure.
That sounds like a good time to stop.
Yeah. Once again, thanks for listening. We are White Rice. We're coining that phrase right now, and hope to see you next time.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and like he said, we are White Rice, and oh my god, a gorilla!